Welcome back, fourth graders. So we're working on multiplying fractions by whole numbers. So far, we have looked at fractions as they are products of unit fractions, and we have looked at how you take a whole number and multiply it by a unit fraction. And now what we're going to do is kind of put it all together, and we're going to multiply whole numbers just by any fraction. Okay, so we're going to use what we just learned, and it's going to help us with this. So if I have 6 times 2/3, I could visualize that by I could draw 2/3 6 times. And I could count that all up as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That is 12 thirds. Do you notice something about the number 6 and the number 2 and the number 12? I see it. I'm going to not say it yet. I'm hoping you'll notice it yourself. I can also look at this as repeated addition. That would be 2/3 6 times. So I would add those together. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, oops, that's only 5. 12. That equals 12 thirds. I don't know if you've noticed it yet, but 6 times 2 equals 12. So I multiplied my whole number by my numerator, and it gave me my new numerator. I bet you noticed that. Let's move on. If I have 4 times a half, I know 4 times 1 is 4, and I just keep my denominator. So 4 halves. Let's prove it with a picture. I'm going to draw 1/2 4 times. So this is 1/2, 2 halves, 3 halves, and 4 halves, because 1/2 plus 1/2 plus 1/2 plus 1/2 equals 4 halves, which is what we got up here, because 4 times 1 equals 4. If I have 5 times 4/5, okay, so I'm going to draw fifths 4 times. Okay, let's see. I'm going to try and be smart here. Okay, that's my fifths. I'm going to just duplicate it 5 times. Spread those all out. Okay, and now I'm going to go ahead and shade in 4/5 of each. Okay, and now I'm going to count it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. And that makes a lot of sense because 5 times 4 equals 20. So I have 20 fifths. It's the same thing as 4/5 plus 4/5 plus 4/5 plus 4/5 plus 4/5, right? If I added that all together, that would be 4/5 plus 4/5 plus 4/5 plus 4/5 equals 20/5. That's not enough 4s. Oh, craziness shock. Thing is lagging. Okay, plus 4/5 equals 20/5 because I have 4 8, 12, 16, 20. Okay, so I just am really multiplying my whole number by my numerator. So if I do that, that's going to be 7 times 3 equals 21, and it's eighths. So I have 21 eighths, because if I did it, it would be 3 eighths plus 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 3 eighths. How many is that? 6 plus 3 eighths. Altogether, that's going to equal 21 eighths. Let me show you something else. Let's say I have 2 times 4 sixths. I could decompose this like I did in the first part of this lesson, part 1 all the way back there, as 4 times 1/6. So really what I have is 2 times 4 times 1/6. So I put these together first. That's 8 times 1/6, which is 8/6. That's why that strategy of multiplying the whole number, by the numerator works. Let's do another one of those. Let's say I have 5 times 4 eighths. This, we know, is 4 times 1/8. So what I have is 5 times 4 times 1/8. That's 20 times 1/8, because if I do this, 5 times 4 equals 20, right? That's where that came from. And 20 times 1/8 equals 20 eighths. Okay, so you're going to practice this on a couple more slides. You're going to do some where you match up the addition, some where you match up the answer, and some where you need to do this part here, where you kind of break it down to, a whole number times a unit fraction. So on the ones where it says break it down from a whole number, from what you've got to a whole number times a unit fraction, you've got to decompose it so you get a unit fraction. So, for example, your very, very first problem looks like this. 4 times 2/3. So, what I need to do is I need to make my 2/3 into something, a whole number, times a unit fraction. Well, the unit fraction here has to be a third. So it's 2 times 1/3. If I bring that down, it's 4 times 2 times 1/3. So really it's 8 times 1/3, which equals 8/3. Now you know the answer of the first one. Let's look at another one that I know is going to be on there that might trick you. Okay, 3 times 4/5. If you look at it, you can see that you've got 3 times 4/5. So I'm going to go back to my board so you can see what I'm writing. 3 times 4/5 is the same thing as 3 times 4 times 1/5. Where did I get those from? Here's the 3. Here's the 4. And then I got the unit fraction from the denominator. So now all I'm doing is I'm going to combine these. This is 12 times 1/5. So I'm going to go ahead back so you can see it. So I would type in here 12 times 1/5. And we know the answer to that's going to be 12/5. Okay, so what I did was on my scratch paper, I broke it down for myself. Then I came back to my chart and filled it in the slides. Okay, I'm going to leave that one done for you just to make your life easier, and then you'll do the rest. All right. This is the last section for the week, and I'm not including any bonus slides this week because I have to catch a flight here soon to Pittsburgh. So no extra bonus slides this week. If you need extra practice, the best place to go is iReady. Even if it's not practicing this, the math that it gives you is math that you need. So give it a shot. Do some iReady this week because I know I didn't give you very much math. Have a great week, 4th graders, and I will see you when I return from the East Coast.